Men have read it. What myth about men is 100% untrue and infuriates you when you hear it? I hate when I hear from someone when I have my kids and my wife is working that I'm babysitting. It drives me insane. I don't babysit. I'm raising my kids. I'm not a volunteer or a hired hand. Ugh. I'll never understand the very common belief that men can't or refuse to care for children. That we only tell women our feelings to coerce them into bed. Like, whoa. How new and amazing this relationship is. I'm so glad I found you. That is uncomfortable vulnerability, not some sort of plot. To coerce them into B. Or that sex is something men take from women. That it is something women hold and give out to men. Instead of thinking of sex as something enjoyable that both partners want to do together. It is this weird game. Looks like it's more culture specific. Being with the father figured by mother grandma. Like if you messed up or misbehave, if your dad finds out, you'll be in trouble. Worst case is when dad is told the story in a way that he gets angry and fulfills those threats. It wasn't only in my case. Most of the guys I've been talking with had the same case. Like, WTF. That men have to be brave and strong all the time. I love being the little spoon in bed with my so. Nothing makes me feel safer and calmer than having her wrap her arms around me and cuddle in. This whole be a man shtick that leads guys to internalize their problems and marinate in their own issues and neglect their mental health drives me nuts. It took me a long time to find female friends just so I'd feel comfortable talking about my depression and get advice on how to get the help I need. If I did not, I would without a doubt be dead right now. I stamp this thinking out wherever I can find it. It was almost the death of me. My wife is going to earn 1.5-2x as much as me when she's done with her study. So I'm gonna work for 2-3 days and take care of the kids when she's done. People act like I'm a traitor to the whole male race and that I'm crazy of being a half stay-at-home dad. Maybe I like to stay at home to spend time with my kids. Men can't multitask. Every time I hear that I have to stop what I am doing so I can get angry. Edit. That all black guys are hung. All Asians are small. All white guys are average. Completely not true. There's a wide spectrum for everyone. Hung Asians. Teeny black guys. Men think about sex every X amount of seconds. I'm a grown man with a life. I have more to think about than just sex. Agreed. I also just thought about sex. That if we like children but don't have children of our own, we're automatically given at the very least a little grilling. If not straight out asked if we're a pedophile. I like dogs too. For pretty similar reasons. Nobody ever asks me if I'm a dog FK. Are you a dog FK? There are plenty of fish in the sea. Just get over it. Apostrophe. FCKU. I like that fish. Even if it was kinda mean and cruel. Me having big feet only means that I wear big shoes. And seriously. What makes girls think they can just come up to you and ask about it? If you expose us to radiation we gain superpowers. In reality this has only happened a few times and most men would just die. Men can't be abused by women. It's getting better now. But back in the day basically every guy on TV was a sports obsessed, car motorcycle loving, beer swilling moron who couldn't function without his wife to look after him and the kids. My wife went away last week for work and I'll have you know that only half my kids got eaten by wolves. That we're all not interested in or incapable of being involved in the planning of our weddings. I cannot tell you how many comments like remember. It's her day. Not yours. I received during the 2-year lead up to our wedding. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'd been looking forward to getting married since I was 12 or something, but I took an active interest together with my wife in the planning of our wedding. It's not my day. It's hers. FCK that. It was our day. We planned it together. Her vision definitely brought it all together and she did a f-king astounding job. But she didn't just make decisions on her own. We talked together about and worked together on every single thing involved in the event. And we were both ecstatic with how it turned out. It turned out beautifully. I try not to toot my own horn very often, but I never thought the best party I'd ever go to would end up being my own. I probably don't want to FCK you. It's usually a decision figuring out if I actually want to sleep with you even if I'm already interested. Although promoting ourselves as Captain Horndog makes us look cool to other guys, so a lot of dudes do that. Or they're desperate. Man who works at daycare are pedophiles every year. There are people who complain I work there. Never been a fan of men can't go 6 seconds without thinking about sex. I mean, yeah, we all go around rock hard ready to hump something all hours of every day all the time. That we cannot parent as well as a woman. That we need a random woman to come hold a man's child because they're crying. That we are babysitting when our spouse isn't with our babies. No. I'm not going to a strip club. No. That doesn't mean I'm gay. Edit. Men just wait around for a woman to inform them that they are now dating. I'm not trying to claim that women come up to me in bars especially often. But on the rare times they do, there is a definite sense of, I am under no obligation to actually attract you as a mate. I exist and am female. And therefore by default you want to date me. Once, when I tried to politely decline, the woman chastised me in the bar for 5 minutes demanding to know what my excuse was. What reason I could give her. She simply assumed that the default was that I, as a man, want to date any woman. And that I have to justify not being attracted to a specific one. Just because I have a dick and you have a vagina doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants. I want friends just like anyone else. But when I try to talk to people like my guy friends, they assume I'm trying to date them. No. I just like asking my friends how they were because I hate people who only talk to you when they want something. So I talk to everyone as a show of you are my friend. Not the services you offer. That we miss signs that women give them because they are stupid. We see them. But we don't want to be creepy, jump to conclusions. Edit. The only reason men exist is to meet the needs of my family. In the span of 8 months I moved my family to their reservation. Bought a car and truck. Restored a trailer. Rebuilt the motor to my truck. Bought my son a motorcycle. Plus met everyone my wife and son had. All while working 6 days a week. After 7 months I snapped. My wife said I had no idea that you felt this tired. In that time I took 1 weekend off, then some prick burned my house down. I going on a full year of not taking personal time because of the rebuild. At one point I was skipping showering for a week at a time because I would just drop without warning. Men have limits too. A family should take care of each other, not a single person taking care of the family. The whole shitty with you are a man when it comes to pain, lifting, sadness, etc. The dads are dopey morons barely capable of caring for themselves. My GF of almost 9 years made a joke like this in front of her friends after we started living together. The first time I let it slide. Because I wasn't sure what she meant. I asked in private. And she didn't know. She just said it. The second time I stopped and said, "Who's the one that goes grocery shopping for healthy meal preps that you end up wasting? Who does 90% of the cooking? When was the last time you cleaned the counter? Let alone the toilet?" She's never brought it up since. I've met dudes that complain about this. But then use it as an excuse to be lazy. If I did that we'd be living in filth. And I just don't have that in me. If a woman physically assaults a man, he somehow must have done something to deserve it. This gets even worse in those cases where male victims of domestic abuse are getting arrested in case the police gets called. Even though they are the victims and not the attacker. I called the cops once on an abusive ex who had threatened to kill herself as a way to manipulate me to stay with her. When they arrived they treated me like I was a criminal. I really hate how fruity drinks are associated with women. Like, damn, can I just enjoy my strawberry daiquiri? Edit. Whoa. That we can never not be in the mood, and if we are we must be sick or cheating. The whole men think about sex every 7 seconds thing. If you think that's true, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Is the bridge SIO? FCK. Where to start? I was a stay-at-home dad for 2 years. The sheer volume of Karens at parks and playgrounds used to drive me up a wall. They were always dumbfounded when I didn't need their help. Yes. I can change a diaper. Probably faster than you can. Yes. I have snacks. Celery. Carrots and a little ranch. Yes. I have drinks. Water bottles and juicer boxes. Yes. I have lunch. Chicken cutlet sandwiches. No. We didn't buy them at the deli. I can actually cook. No. I don't need wine. It's 10 AM. Karen. Get a effing grip. Edit. Bro. Trying to keep up with the responses is tough. This one definitely touched a nerve. Edit 2. RIP. Inbox. They were coming in so fast. I didn't even see the messages about my being awarded shiny awards. Thanks. Fellow Reddit dads. That we would have sex with anything that has a heartbeat. 100% untrue. I've had sex with inanimate objects too. Not sure if it counts as a myth, but most TV portrayals. The guy's a dumbass and depends on his wife for literally everything. It's annoying and played out. I don't know anyone close to my age that lives like that. Homer Simpson was always a bit of an idiot, but he also sacrificed everything for his family and worked hard to provide for them. But now they just write him like he's some worthless bum who does nothing and is a burden to everyone around him. If any of the newer Simpsons writers are reading this, FCKU. You suck. That we are not afraid of walking alone through a dark car park at night. After a great deal of asking everyone from police to self-defense instructors, to a green beret and a bunch of combat vets, to the most cracked out gun nuts, not met a single person who had no fear. Manspreading, sorry, I have balls in between my legs that don't like being squished by my thighs. Just because you want sex doesn't mean we want sex at that time. Men think about sex every 7 seconds. If this was true, we'd never get anything done. I'm not a man. But one thing that annoys me about men's stereotypes is that they can't be friends with girls without wanting a shag. Most of my friends are guys. And none of them have ever tried to get with me. Men can just be friends. It is possible. That only women suffer from negative body stereotyping. Really? Really? I grew up in the 80s. Have not seen He-Man? Schwarzenegger. Fabio. Jason Momoa. That we need to take a sizable risk to be circumcised because young boys are not capable of cleaning our own dicks. That we don't feel unsafe on the street at night and that it's only a woman problem. Looking through the comments, the TLDR is: men are incapable of being an equal parent. Men can't control their dick. Men aren't always thinking about sex. Men can't show their true emotions. Women can't be abusive. As a woman myself, I hate that society has placed these stigmas on you, and reading this was beautiful and eye-opening. Stay strong, dudes. Female here. But I'd still like to say that because I didn't see anyone mention it before. I hate how most people seem to think that women are more understanding than men. That's bullshit. My experience was the exact opposite, tbh. Sadly, most women in my life have been more sneaky and manipulative than caring. That all we care about is sex, like bro, we like to hug and cuddle too. Edit. Why the FCK is this blowing up? Get too close to a child and you are automatically branded a pedophile. I work as low-tier manager in toy store. And even though I have company t-shirt and name tag, people still ask me if I work there. People still look at me weird when I am going around the store doing whatever. It's sometimes hard to ignore. I just hope people will understand that working at my dream job doesn't mean I want to do stuff to their kids. It hurts sometimes. Edit. Thanks so much for all the comments and my first silver. If I don't answer immediately I am sorry, but sleep calls and I got work tomorrow. Have a great day, Redditors. I want to wish you all Merry Christmas, and to someone who works in toy store, piece of advice. Buy toys now, give it few weeks and everything popular will be gone. Much love, Edict 2. Sorry for formatting, I am using a phone, but holy cow, what the heck, 8 awards, that's amazing, and over 20k upvotes. You guys are amazing. Much love, Edict 3. That because I'm a straight white man I don't know what adversity is. FCK that. You can't just assume that life is a cakewalk for me because of my gender, sexual orientation, and race. That we are all obsessed with dick size. I have never heard that one. Since when are men obsessed with dick size? That we're all hyper aggressive rappy assholes that think with our dicks 24/7. That it's gay to like a fat cock in your ass. Men are threatened by independent women. I am not a male myself, but I hope it is okay for me to comment. It really annoys me when people say that men cannot be our pet because if they got a hard on they must have wanted it. Shitty like that causes men to not report rapes and makes them feel shitty about themselves. Anyone can be raped. No matter age, sex, or if the rapist is married to them. No means no. It is as simple as that. He was hard. So it wasn't rape, is easily matched with she was wet. So it wasn't rape. Too many people have a serious lack of understanding for how the human body works. That masculinity is bad. Bad masculinity is bad. But for some, masculinity can be empowering. We always pee standing up. We can. Comfy Little Piss is the name of my new band. You're on bass. That men has it easier than women. That all those rich white guys in Congress are looking out for me because I, too, am a white guy. They don't give any more of a shit about me than they do about you. All men that play video games are violent and or antisocial. You can't be sexist towards men. Like how minorities can't be racist. That we are immature because we hang on to our inner child. Pretty much everything feminists say about men. Edit. I just wanna say, holy crap. This started as mostly a joke and the replies blew up mayo. We are less mature than women. That more men are creeps or pedis when at this point we all know that tons of women are taking the opportunity to kidnap unsuspecting kids for ransom. Sorry. Need to get that off my chest. Pisses me off so much. Also that men are horrible domestic abusers while women are 3x likely to kill their children. That we only ever think about one thing. Technically that's true at times. But it's rarely the one thing you assume it is. For example, the only thing I can think about the past few weeks is how f***ing cute baby Yoda is. I mean, what the hell? Is it even legal for something to be that f***ing cute? All men that aren't hot are creeps. Men never ask for directions. Men get opportunities handed to them regardless of qualifications because they are men. All men like sports. Men are hardwired to be aggressive and competitive. I could go on forever. I'm not sure if this applies. But any statement saying something like all men are, or men are so, as if men are the only ones with those personality traits. People get roped into stereotypes so quickly and it's annoying. Men are worse communicators than women. Really depends on the man. And the woman. That men who work with young children are perverts. I've been working with children in schools for almost 20 years. There have been many times where I've told people what I do and they get a disgusted look on their face and say I must be some kind of pervert. Or the school principal tells me that I can't play with the children at recess. Because people might get the wrong idea. However, the female staff were allowed to. My friend has run into the same issue. He was asked several times if he was a pedophile and that was why he worked with kids. For both of us. This has only happened in North America. We both moved to Asia and have been teaching here for years and it's never been an issue. That men need to be trained. I'd say FCK you lady if I wasn't classier than you. I hate reading things like R2X chromosomes and seeing people dedicated to hating men. If there was a subreddit for calling women incapable and stupid like there is for men, then the internet would go f***ing nuts. That men enjoy being raped. WTF is wrong with people who think that? Male privilege. It's okay if I get up head, men just love sex. It is just fucking rude and untrue edit. That we literally only want one thing and it's disgusting. Agreed. How can anyone believe garlic bread is disgusting? All men are racist. I love the method of replacing things and context in the sentence with races, genders, cultures, etc. For instance, all, insert group here, are, insert derogatory phrase here. All men are racist, all women are racist, all Jews are racist, all black people are racist. Keep it going. All men are dirty. Good for nothing pigs, all women are dirty. Good for nothing pigs, all Jews are dirty. Good for nothing pigs, all black people are dirty. Good for nothing pigs. If you think one of these is worse better than any other, you are part of the problem.